Hello students, today I'm going to explain page number 21, paragraph number 2. It is from these comrades in the struggle that I learned the meaning of courage. So he's talking about the real meaning of courage, and he's saying that he has learned the real meaning of courage from his comrades. Comrades are his countrymen, his companions, right? Time and again, I have seen men and women risk and give their lives for an idea. So here he's saying that both his countrymen and women, they have contributed a lot. They have risked their lives for an idea. And the idea was freedom. The idea was liberty, right? So the idea of emancipation motivated all his countrymen and women equally, and they contributed a lot. I have seen men stand up to attacks and torture without breaking, showing a strength and resilience that defies the imagination. Now he's talking about all these courageous men, right? He's saying that he has witnessed men and women showing immense strength, immense resilience without breaking down. Their inner strength really defied the imagination. Their inner strength is unparalleled. Their inner strength is exceptional. So here, the significance is that the real courage is triumph over one's fear, right? The one who is brave conquers the fear. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. So uh, uh, one has to conquer one's fear. One should not afraid of anything. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. So now he's saying that nobody is born hating another person just because of the color of the skin of other person or because of his background or because of his religion, right? Nobody is born hating another person, right? Because of various situations, because of various circumstances, a man starts disliking another human. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Now he's saying that if a person can be taught to hate another human being, similarly, a person can be taught love also, because love is a sentiment, love is an emotion that comes more naturally to the human heart. Even in the grimmest times in prison, when my comrades and I were pushed to our limits. So here, push to our limits is an idiom, and its meaning is push to the last point in our ability to bear pain. Now he's saying, talking about the time when he was behind the bars, when he was in prison along with his comrades, and they were tortured brutally. Why were they tortured? Because they opposed the apartheid policy of the white regime, right? Now he's saying that I would see a glimmer of humanity in one of the guards, perhaps just for a second, but it was enough to reassure me and keep me going. Now he's saying that even in the even in the grimmest, even in the harshest of situation, when we reached the boundaries, the limits of our sufferings, and our oppressors also reached the limits of their brutalities upon us. That time I saw a glimmer of humanity. That time I saw a glimmer of hope. That time I saw a ray of humanity in one of the guards, right? So it means that Nelson Mandela and his comrades were beaten brutally, they were tortured, and obviously they were humiliated in all the possible manners by the white regime. But at that point of time, also when they were tortured by the prison guards, that time also Nelson Mandela saw a ray of humanity in one of the guards, though it was very momentary, perhaps just for a second, it was just for a second, it was very short lived. Yet he's saying that it was enough. It was more than enough for me to keep me going. So that humanity, that hue of humanity kept me going, and I stayed positive throughout my struggle against the apartheid policy. Now here, this line is very, very significant and it is important also. Man's goodness is the flame that